Gonna go on a song and say, verbatim, you still hang with them that done got your partner whacked? Okay. So you got 21 Savage on your album. And then 21 Savage get on the album and say, get him smacked, then turn around and give his brother down. So he dissing your partner on your album. Probably said it in the studio with you.
I got Wham and Savage on the phone to stop whatever could have happened with them. I got niggas on the phone.
Picture this. Your day one brother, somebody who's been rocking with you since before the fame, gets taken out on the highway. Then the word on the street starts circling that someone you thought was cool within the industry might have played a part in it. That's the kind of whisper campaign that's been surrounding Lil Baby, 21 Savage, and the tragic death of Marlo. Ever since Marlo was killed, the streets haven't been quiet, and the rumors haven't slowed down. Today, we're diving into the talk circulating behind the scenes. The claims about how 21 Savage supposedly had ties to the situation, why people believe Marlo became a target, and how Young Thug allegedly stepped in before the tension in Atlanta could explode into something bigger. Stick around, because what's underneath this story goes way deeper than whatever hit the headlines. What you're about to hear cuts straight into real street dynamics, loyalty, and pressure. Before we get into the messy parts, you need to understand just how close Lil Baby and Marlo really were. This wasn't some industry friend type of bond. These two grew up together. They were brothers in every sense, coming out of the same trenches in Bankhead, one of Atlanta's toughest neighborhoods. Their connection was built long before the music money, long before fame even seemed possible. When they both signed with Quality Control around the same time, it looked like they were about to rise together. But that's where things took a heartbreaking turn. Baby's career skyrocketed, while Marlo's music didn't catch the same momentum. QC's P explained that because Marlo wasn't pulling in the same income as Baby, he stayed active in the streets to maintain the lifestyle he was used to. And Baby tried, he really tried, to pull his boy out. He handed him opportunities, studio time, features, support, everything a friend could give to help another win. But Marlo was locked into the street mentality, even with a deal, even with Baby pushing him to focus on music, he stayed tied to the hustle back in Bankhead. That loyalty to the streets, even when he had a way out, is what people say set off the chain of events leading to all these rumors and speculation involving 21 Savage. And here's what a lot of casual fans don't get. Marlo wasn't putting on an act for the cameras. He was really respected in Bankhead long before the music. He had a name, he had power, and he had history that ran deep. Before Marlo ever touched a studio mic, he already had weight in the streets. He was tied in with PFK, Play for Keeps, also known as 3L, a crew with deep connections to the Goodfellas network. And according to people who were around back then, Marlo wasn't just hustling. He was allegedly handling far more serious business for his team. Word on the block was that Marlo had a reputation for dealing with anyone who challenged him or interfered with his operation. The situation that supposedly put him directly on 21 Savage's radar was the killing of Capo Nuke, a move that, according to the streets, changed everything. Nuke wasn't some random name. He was a respected, feared Goodfellas member who had just gotten out after serving heavy time. He was plugged into the same circles that connected straight to 21 Savage's 4L organization. Rumor has it that Nuke crossed a line with Marlo by getting involved with Marlo's baby mother. And Marlo, known for not tolerating disrespect, allegedly gave the green light on Nuke. Once that happened, there was no going back, because Nuke wasn't just valuable to his crew, he was tied to Savage's people. His death demanded retaliation. In the world they lived in, to understand how things escalated, you need to know about Baby Drill. Real name, Del Cristo Wilson. A young, hungry street soldier trying to rise in 4L, Drill had a reputation for going all in to earn respect. He came up through the environment 21 Savage built around his crew, a place where loyalty is proven by action, not promises. So when the streets claim Savage put a price on Marlo's head, Baby Drill saw it as his chance to level up. And the part that shocked everybody is what came after. Following Marlo's death, Drill dropped music that many believe was him bragging about taking out a major enemy at just 17 years old. Songs like 32 Freestyle and collaborations with Young Nudie, where he hinted at dropping his biggest op. Fans and street insiders immediately pointed the finger at Marlo. People say that on July 11, 2020, after Marlo left the Bankhead reunion, Drill and his crew followed his car onto I-285 and opened fire. Marlo crashed and died on site. Later, Drill was arrested on separate murder charges, adding even more fuel to the theory that this wasn't his only body. But to understand why 21 Savage would even want Marlo gone, you have to unpack Atlanta's tangled gang politics. Savage runs with 4L, connected to Slaughter Gang and various blood sets. Marlo represented PFK 3L, linked with the Goodfellas. These groups weren't always enemies. In fact, old footage shows 21 and Marlo together in the 9th Ward, smiling, chilling, showing love. They worked together, got money together, and respected each other. But once Nuke was gone, everything shifted instantly. The alliance shattered, and 4L started applying pressure to PFK. Robberies, shootings, chain snatching, all part of the retaliation cycle. One big loss in this back and forth was Mad Rock, an 18-year-old 4L member known for putting in work. He was killed in a drive-by, and people immediately blamed PFK. From there, the streets expected blood. It became a situation where major players were going to fall, and that's exactly what happened. Then came one of the coldest moves in this whole saga. Not only was 21 Savage rumored to be behind the Marlo situation, but he dropped subliminal shots at Marlo on a Lil Baby album, while Baby was still mourning. Imagine hearing someone you once considered a friend taunting your dead brother on your own project. That's the kind of move that normally sparks immediate retaliation. But industry politics complicate everything. Big money, major labels, brand, protection. All of that kept Baby from reacting the way the streets expected. Still, once he started hearing the whispers about 21's alleged involvement, people close to him say he was ready to take it to the extreme, and that's where Young Thug stepped in. Thug has always been the glue holding Atlanta's music scene together. He's said multiple times that he's stopped violent beefs behind the scenes to keep the city's artists safe and successful. When he caught wind of how serious the tension between Lil Baby and 21 Savage was becoming, he knew this wasn't just rap drama. This was about to explode into a full-on street war between two powerful crews. And the part you're about to hear next, that is where everything flips. If you're still watching, hit that like button right now, because the next part of this story is where the truth gets darker, the motives get clearer, and the connections get downright dangerous. Don't blink. Don't skip. The next chapter is where the real story begins. Thug stepped in as soon as he realized how serious the tension between their crews was becoming. He reportedly got Lil Baby and 21 Savage on a three-way call and told them both they were too successful to let street issues ruin everything they'd built. He reminded them that Atlanta built its reputation on unity, a city where artists lift each other up instead of tearing each other down. Thug has even said that he told them directly, "Y'all are like brothers. This isn't about the internet or what people are saying. This is real life. Either of you can go online and admit I told both of you to shut this down." Even though Thug managed to get the situation calmed down publicly, people in the streets felt like they already knew the real story. That's part of the reason many believe Gunna later felt bold enough to take a shot at Baby in his music. In one track, he hinted that Baby was hanging around someone who was involved in getting his close friend killed. A line that hit hard because it aligned with what the streets had been whispering for years. It also added fuel to the idea that Baby stayed cool with 21 Savage despite knowing the rumors about Marlo's death. When Lil Baby posted a tribute to Marlo on Instagram and deleted it minutes later, it only made people talk more. Fans and people in Atlanta began questioning whether he was really standing on street principles, or if he was choosing his career and industry relationships over seeking justice for someone he called his brother. Another thing people noticed was how Baby eventually stopped acknowledging Marlo publicly. Before all this, he would regularly post tributes on birthdays, anniversaries, and other important dates. He shared old pictures, memories, and kept Marlowe's name alive. But after the rumors connecting 21 Savage to the situation spread, Baby suddenly went silent. No more posts, no more mentions, nothing. For someone who was once so close to him, the absence was loud. This shift didn't go unnoticed by Marlowe's circle or the streets. Many started questioning whether Baby's loyalty had been overshadowed by business pressure. The situation highlighted the complicated relationship between Atlanta's rap industry and the street politics it's tied to. You've got artists making millions, but still connected to neighborhoods and crews that have real conflicts. Music and street life overlap so heavily that beef can turn deadly, yet financial interests often outweigh loyalty. Street commentators, including Chris Jeremiah, pointed out that the whole situation damaged Baby's reputation with certain people. The big question in Atlanta became, how can someone rap about loyalty and standing on business while being friendly with the very person rumored to have a hand in his best friend's death? In the music industry, labels and executives want to keep their artists away from drama because it risks money, partnerships, and careers. So even when someone wants retaliation, there are millions on the line. Business often wins over revenge. At its core, this entire situation reflects loyalty, betrayal, and the difficult balance between staying tied to the streets and thriving in the industry. Lil Baby lost someone who was basically family, and the streets say it was at the hands of someone he once considered a friend in the game. 21. Savage was rumored to have ordered the hit through Baby Drill, and later threw shots at Marlowe on Baby's own project. Young Thug stepped in to stop things from exploding into a full-scale war, but the damage between the camps was already done. Even though everyone involved kept making music, money, and publicly pushed peace, the streets never forgot. That's why years later, the story still circulates. And why Baby distancing himself from Marlowe publicly raised so many eyebrows. To some, it showed exactly how industry politics can silence street loyalty. That's the deeper story behind the tension between Lil Baby and 21 Savage, and how Marlowe's death reshaped the relationships around them.